of hard work. He leaves a legacy of discipline. So we say, farewell, our headmaster, farewell, our chaperone. The ideas that you left.
People know him, and even in the party is known for having worked with young people. I was talking to Comrade Chirau, who was talking about the fact that he instilled discipline and he knew many languages. He said he was a complete Zimbabwean who could speak Shona, who could speak Ndebele, who could speak English as well. That's why he would translate, because he knew, all these other languages. And he was not only a man from Matabeleland South, but he was a complete Zimbabwean. Hence, as we speak, we see the arrival of the president, Comrade Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, who is going to lead proceedings here at the National Heroes Acre. President Mnangagwa, I know he was at Sodat Hall to lead the body viewing, and now he's arriving. He has accompanied the body of the late national hero to the national shrine, its final resting place. We know that the body of the late national hero will be placed in front of the tomb of the unknown soldier, and we know that President Mnangagwa will be leading proceedings, and he will give a speech in honor of the later national hero, Comrade Absolom Sikhosana. Today, it's a day to celebrate for some, celebrating the virtues of Comrade Sikhosana. It's a day for mourning as well. As we continue here at the National Heroes Acre, we follow proceedings from here.
Resonance! Reverse! Hostage! Silence! March!
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrade E.D. Mnangagwa, to take us through the proceedings of the day, allow me to call upon the Minister of Home Affairs and Cultural Heritage, Honorable Kazembe Kazembe. Honorable Minister, sir.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Head of State and Government and Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, Comrade Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, and the First Lady Amai Auxilia Mnangagwa in absentia. Today we gather to bid farewell to one of the gallant sons of Zimbabwe, Comrade Absolom Sikhosana. To start our proceedings, allow me, Your Excellency, to invite the Minister of Religion, Pastor Choga, to lead us in prayer. Pastor Choga.
Good morning. Mangwanani. Salibonani. We are gathered here today on a moment that is painful, a moment that reminds us that this is not our home, a moment where we are reminded that we are fragile. This is one moment that reminds all of us that regardless of who we are, yes, regardless of our positions, regardless of our education, regardless of our economic status, all of us are mortal. Siyafa, yekho sebuthene namhlanje. Lapha emhlabeni sephela emhlabeni wezinhlungu ngenxa yokubana siphila emhlabeni wezinhlungu. Ukubuthana kwethu namhlanje yisikhumbuzo sokuthi uThixo ukhuluma iqiniso, uSathane ongumqambi manga, ngoba uThixo watsho kubazali bethu abakuqala, lengadla isihlahla lezakufa isibili. Ngari wakathaura kutiko kodya muti wokuziva chakaipa nechakanaka kochaunza rufo muvanhu. Saka takaungana pano sezvapopo zvekuti shoko raMwari izvokwadi. Asi nditenderei ndekasire kuti nhoroondo yedu haizopereri pakungoungana tichichema, pakuungana tichiradzika hama dzedu dzinodikanwa. Handipo panoperera nhoroondo yedu. Nhoroondo yedu haiperi ichiperera pamisodzi. Nhoroondo yedu ichapera pakuuya kwegamba goro, gamba Jesu Kristu wakakurira gova, gamba Jesu Kristu anoti ane key dzeHades nekufa. Nhoroondo yedu haipereri pakungoti hama dzedu dzatisiya, asi nhoroondo yedu ichaperera pakuti Bhaibheri rinondiudza Korinde yekutanga 15 verse 54 kuti vatsvene pavachamutswa vachatarisa gova vagobvunza gova kuti iwe gova kukunda kwako kuripi, rumborera rwako ruripi. Saka mangwanani ano kwatiri tose muri yeZimbabwe, kwatiri tose His Excellency Mtungamiri weZimbabwe, I'm simply trying to say this morning, one day mourning is going to be over. One day mourning and the burial of our loved ones is going to be a thing of the past. And allow me at this moment to say we are gathered here at this place, a prestigious place, at this place where almost everyone would want to be buried. But I want to remind you that here we are gathered. Yes, here we bring our heroes, and our heroes lie at this place. But let me tell you that there is a day where the heroes who have actually believed in Christ will not be in their graves, but they will come from their graves because Jesus will call them from their graves. 1 Corinthians 15:26 says the last enemy to be destroyed is death. It is my prayer this morning that all of us who are here as witnesses on that day when death is destroyed, may we be part of those who are going to celebrate. May we be part of those who are going to be with Jesus. Emolini yakoSikhosana kubangane kwesihlobo labo bonke ababesebenza loSikhosana, ngithanda ukubana ngithi mina luyeza usuku lapho uThixo azachitha khona ukufa. Ngalesi sikhathi ngicela ukubana umfundisi uMsimanga asondele eduze ukubana asikhulekele asilethe enkosini ukubana sengalahlekelwa lithemba, sekhombule ukubana usuku lwenkululeko luyeza, usuku lokuthi okubolayo kwembathe okungaboli luyeza, olokuthi okufayo kwembathe okungafi luyeza.
Baba wethu othandekayo osezulwini lakhona pha emhlabeni ukhona, sikulolela uqaqa olwakhethwayo ubana amaqhawe alwela leli lizwe azalala khona. Baba othandekayo, sibiza wena umnikazi wabantu, sinikela umongameli ngesikhathi esinzima, simbeka ezandleni zakho. Sinikela abakhokheli bonke abamsekelayo ngesikhathi esibi, sibabeka ezandleni zakho. Baba othandekayo, silesitha okuthiwa yikufa sokudobhepho sasokuqeda abantu. Namhlanje sibiza wena umnikazi wabantu, woza usilamlele ngoba ukufa sokuhluphile. Nangu umfelwakazi uphambi kwethu, singamthulisa sithini ufelwe? Simbeka ezandleni zakho Nkosi. Wena ugcina abafelwakazi benyoni, ugcina abafelwakazi bezinyamazana, uze ugcine labafelwakazi babantu awusoze ufundele kuye ukubana umfelwakazi ugcina njani. Babothandekayo sigcinele yena lo mfelwakazi. Nanzi izintandane esezisele egcekeni. Singabaphosela izwithi, singabanika ukudla, kodwa zabanika umphefumulo abampompele igazi nguwe Thixo. Sibanikela kuwe laba bantwana, bangalahleki, bahambe ngendlela efaneleyo, bagcine ngoba nguwe uyise wezintandane. Sinikela ilizwe lakithi leZimbabwe ngesikhathi kule lockdown. Sicela Nkosi ungenele, uqede lolu hlupho, ukhiphe wona lo umkhuhlane. Sibuyele emsebenzini, sibuyele kuzo zonke izinto, sisebenze siphumelele siqhubekele phambili. Bese sicela isithembiso sokuza kwakho sibe masinyane. Ngelinye ilanga singcwabe abe ngawokucina ngoba wena uzoqeda ukufa. Sikhuleka sicela ngalo igama lenkosi yethu uJesu Kristu. Amen.
Generally in life, things never stay the same. There is day and there is That is who we are, the gray in between that no one talks about. Come in, let's talk about your $Zim policy from back then. It can be revived, moving with the times, but everything staying the same. Doves, for the ones you love. We were there when it all began.
The entire leadership, Your Excellency, Having said that, please allow me just to briefly give you a brief history from the family side about Absolom Sikhosana. It's all in his obituary, as some of you have seen, but I would just like to say he was born in Matopo, as indicated in the obituary, on the 28th of October, did his primary education at Nduna, Whitewater, and Loskei primary schools. Then after that, Sikhosana did his secondary education at Mzilikazi High School, which was then known as Mzilikazi Secondary School. After that, Absolom got employed at the Bulawayo Clothing Factory. It's all indicated in the obituary, where he developed, that's why he developed an interest in the welfare of the workers, to the extent that he became a member of the Clothing Industry Union, where he bravely confronted employers who victimized employees, sometimes for no apparent reasons at all, but simply because the employees were black. His passion for justice motivated him to go a step higher by joining the Bulawayo City Council Workers Union, working with the late Mr. Ndubiwa. During all this time, Absolom was very active in politics as a youth member of the ZAPU, the then ZAPU. Later, Absolom joined the armed struggle and came back to Zimbabwe in 1980. And when he came back, he got married to Jelina Dube, Umama Zalawami. I'm not allowed to call her name as Mkwasha, but I've done so today. They were blessed with 4 children, 4 boys and a girl, with 6 children. That is, am I right? They were blessed, yes, with 6 children, as it is indicated in the obituary. Absolom is survived by his wife and those children indicated in the obituary, and 6 grandchildren. We would like once again to say thank you very much, Your Excellency. Tinotenda baba, siyabonga, twalumba, tabonga, asante sana. Thank you very much. May God abundantly bless you, Your Excellency, and the entire leadership of the Republic of Zimbabwe. Amen.
Wait.
Hakube khona ukuthula uthule emhlabeni makube khona ukuthula emhlabeni webaba makube khona ukuzwisisana emhlabeni helele ma makube khona ukuthula emhlabeni sakhathelana sodwa kwenzenjani makube khona ukuthula kodwa sakhathelana sodwa kwenzenjani makube khona ukuthula kodwa sakhathelana sodwa kwenzenjani ungcono ukukhathela inyamazana ukuthula emhlabeni sithi nyonko mnyama waze wamnyonkoloza umuntu omnyama nyonko mhlophe waze wamnyonkoloza umuntu omhlophe nyonko umfowe waze wamnyonkoloza umfowe sakhathelana sodwa kwenzenjani makube khona ukuthula emhlabeni. Peace in the world. We are praying for peace in the world. Peace in the world. We are praying for peace in the world. Everything against us is not of us. Everything against us is not of us. Tribalism is against the will of God. Hating one another is a debt. Hating One another is a dirty game. Why don't you try to choose a better game of loving one another? Africans, Americans, Indians and colors, we are brothers and sisters. Let us overcome the devil through love, peace, and unity. Mawuyo umhlaba sihlalisane kahle ndawonye. Ina nawe sihlale ndawonye. Ina nawe mngana. Ina nawe mngana. Helele mama sihlale ndawonye. Uthi mina nawe mngana. Helele mama sihlale ndawonye. Mina nawe mngana. Mina nawe mngana. Mina nawe mngana. Mina nawe mngana. Sihlale ndawonye. Sihlale ndawonye. Oh, mama nomtombe, gelele mama. Oh, shona nomdebele, oh debele nomsolo, oh solo nomtonga, oh tonga nomnambia, oh nambia nombenda, oh benda nomkoza, oh koza no. Hayibo fana go. Gelele mama, mina nawe mngana, mina nawe mngana, mina nawe mngana, mina nawe mngana, mina nawe, mina nawe mngana. Umnyama nomtombe, gelele mama. Umshona nomtonga, umtonga nomnambia, umnambia nombenda, umbenda nomsoto, umsoto nomlongo, umlongo nomkhala, umkhala nomchina, umchina nomndiya. Yina nawe mngana, mina nawe mngana. Umilana, uthi mina nawe mngana, uthi mina nawe mngana, uthi mina nawe mngana. Sikalenda wo, sikalenda wo, sikalenda, oh sikalenda wo, gelele mama. Mina nawe mngana, mina nawe mngana, mina nawe mngana, mina nawe mngana. Uthi mina na, uthi mina nawe mngana, uthi mina nawe mngana, uthi mina nawe. Uthi mina nawe mngana, uthi mina nawe mngana, uthi mina nawe mngana, uthi mina nawe mngana, uthi mina nawe mngana. Helele mama, uthi mina nawe mngana, helele ma. Sihlale ndawonye, sihlale ndawonye, sihlale ndawonye. Ikusen bafan, ikusen bafan. Sa shosholo sistimela sen. How sebo? Sebo.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Head of State and Government, and Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, Comrade Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, and the First Lady, Amai Auxilia Mnangagwa, in absentia. Honorable Vice President, General Retired Dr. Constantino Gouveia Dominic Nyikadzino Chiwenga. Honorable Vice President, Colonel Retired Comrade Campbell Dagish Mohadi. National Chairperson of the ruling party ZANU-PF, Comrade Opam Chinguri Kashiri. Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Advocate Jacob Mudenda. President of the Senate, Honorable Mebo Memory Chinomona. Chief Justice, Honorable Luke Malaba. Cabinet Ministers and members of the Politburo. Service Chiefs, members of the Diplomatic Corps, bereaved members of the Sikhosana family, veterans of the liberation struggle, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, we are gathered here to mourn another gallant son of Zimbabwe, Comrade Absolom Sikhosana, who contributed immensely and worked tirelessly to save our beautiful country, Zimbabwe. It is now my privilege and honor at this juncture to call upon His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, to address the mourners. Your Excellency, sir.
Pray, be seated. My Sikhosana and the bereaved Sikhosana family, the First Lady, Mnangagwa in absentia, Vice President, General Retired Dr. C.G. D.N. Chiwenga, Vice President, Colonel Retired Comrade K.C.D. Mohadi and Amai Mohadi, Speaker of the National Assembly, Advocate J.F. Mdenda, President of the Senate, Amai M. Chinomona, the Chief Justice, Honorable L. Malava, Honorable Minister of State for Harare Metropolitan Province, Engineer Chidao, Honorable Ministers who are here, Honorable Members of Parliament who are here, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, His Worship the Mayor of the City of Harare, Councillor Gomba, Service Chiefs, War Veterans, detainees, restrictees, and all collaborators, our traditional chiefs, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends. Our nation is in deep mourning following the double tragedy we experienced the last week when two veterans of our liberation struggle, the late Brigadier General Crispin Masuku and the late Absolom Sikhosana, passed on. Brigadier General Masuku passed on last Wednesday, 13th March 2020, followed by Comrade Sikhosana last Saturday, 16th May 2020. Both comrades who joined the liberation struggle around the same year in 1977 were admitted at the Bulawayo hospitals, United Bulawayo hospitals, where they passed on a few days apart. The two departed comrades shared a similar path, having participated in the struggle and in post-independent Zimbabwe, only to be separated by death. As fate would have it, both were accorded the highest honor and recognition, that of national hero status. On behalf of the partisan PF, the people and government of Zimbabwe, and indeed on my own behalf, I wish to take this opportunity to convey our deepest condolences to the Masuku family, foremost to his wife, Dr. Nomatemba Ndiweni, and his children, who have lost a dear husband and a loving father, a pillar of strength and a source of wisdom. We grieve with them over their huge loss, which is our loss together. May his dear soul rest in eternal peace. Fellow mourners and compatriots, watching from home, we gather yet again at this our sacred national heroes' shrine to lay to rest another gallant son of the soil, nationalist, freedom fighter, a veteran trade unionist, and indeed a national hero, Comrade Absolom Sikhosana. The late Comrade Nkosi, as he was affectionately known, succumbed to a heart ailment. His untimely death came as a great shock to me personally, to his colleagues in the Politburo, and the rank and file within the ruling ZANU-PF party. The late Comrade Sikhosana respected all people in equal measure and endeared himself to everyone in the process. He had an affectionate and infectious smile, which he gave effortlessly and in abundance. It is difficult to come to terms with the fact that we will never see that smile again. We have lost a very humble man, a party stalwart, patriot and disciplined cadre who saved his party and the country with uttermost loyalty and unparalleled devotion. He has left a deep void within our party and nation. We will be all the poorer without him. On behalf of the parties and PF, the people and government of Zimbabwe, and on my own behalf, I wish to convey my heartfelt condolences to the Sikhosana family, especially to the surviving spouse, Umama Umadube, the children and grandchildren. In this dark hour of solemn grief, may you all find solace in knowing that the nation is mourning with you and that we shall forever cherish his immense contribution to our nation. The late Comrade Sikhosana was ours together. He belonged to the larger family of his comrades in arms from the liberation struggle and of his fellow Zimbabweans in general. We thus celebrate our late national hero's goodness, unassuming character, and the journey of a life well traveled. Distinguished mourners, comrades, and friends, the man whose body we are about to lay to rest here among the great national heroes of our nation has a rich and a memorable legacy. This is derived from his active participation in the liberation struggle and in trade unionism during colonial Rhodesia and in the early years of our independence. His indelible leadership of the ZANU-PF National Youth League, which he chaperoned for a long time, helped to transform it into a formidable vanguard of the ruling party ZANU-PF. The late Comrade Sikhosana was born on 26 October 1949 in Matobo district under Chief Masuku in Matabeleland South Province. He did his primary education from 1956 to 1964. He undertook his secondary education from 1965 to 1968. His upbringing was similar to that of many of his black peers whose parents had to struggle very hard to secure a decent education for their children under a very hostile environment created by the white settlers at the time. Education for blacks was deemed by the settlers to be a privilege, not a right. The white colonialists did not want an educated African whom they feared would challenge their illegal status quo and assert his or her rights as an indigenous citizen, worker, and African. Whites proceeded to enact laws that ensured blacks remained subservient to them, providing cheap labor in their households and on their farms in return for slave wages. Such was the environment then that the young Sikhosana grew up in. He endured suffering at the hands of the colonial men, the white men, while he labored to acquire an education and a life-supporting skills. He obtained a certificate in salesmanship through the Rapid Results College and a diploma certificate in industrial and public relations from Ruskin College in the United Kingdom. Armed with qualifications, the young Sikhosana secured employment in the clothing industry in Bulawayo, where he soon deployed his knowledge in industrial relations to organize workers in that sector into a trade union movement to fight for a decent wage and for the recognition of workers' rights. His oratory, prowess, and organizing skills landed him the post of regional organizer for the Rhodesian Clothing and Garment Workers Union. As a well-grounded trade unionist, the late Comrade Sikhosana gradually gravitated towards nationalistic politics. After all, the workplace then represented yet another front for exploitation and oppression. He later joined the Zimbabwe African People's Union, ZAPU, youth wing in 1970 in Bulawayo. While nationalist politics at the time was risky business, only brave young men and women of the caliber of the late Comrade Sikhosana could withstand the wrath and the brutality of the white settler regime. Thus, the late Comrade Sikhosana bore the scars of his running battles with the colonial administration, which hunted him down. He was arrested several times and subjected to severe torture. Comrade Absolom Sikhosana was not deterred by the regime's brutal intimidation. Instead, he mobilized many to thwart the regime's nefarious machinations, including rejection of the 1971 Peace Commission proposals. He rose through the ranks of ZAPU to become Provincial Secretary General for the Matabeleland region, during which he was actively involved with recruiting youths to join the armed struggle. He was betrayed by some informers working in cahoots with the regime, who blew the whistle about Comrade Sikhosana's political activities. He had no choice but to skip the border accomplished. The next focus for his attention beyond political independence was on consolidating the political gains of our independence through economic empowerment of the majority of Zimbabweans. He worked to ensure that the means of production were firmly in the hands of our people. Thus, Our national hero went back to his old profession, trade unionism. He found employment in the Bulawayo municipality, where he joined the Bulawayo Municipal Workers Union, becoming its organizing secretary in the process. Having fought for freedom, Comrade Sikhosana set about strengthening trade unionism in Zimbabwe, which had been destroyed during the Ian Smith era. His negotiation skills to secure a better working environment for fellow workers was recognized in the trade union movement. In 1992, the late Comrade Sikhosana was seconded to the Public Service International Headquarters in Geneva, Switzerland, as the education coordinator for English-speaking Africa, covering the following countries: Ghana, Kenya, Uganda, Malawi, Tanzania, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. He represented us well in Geneva, promoting his country's interests. Fellow mourners, trade unionism was only one side of his main achievements in his adult life. While fighting for workers' interests as a trade unionist, the late Comrade Sikhosana remained politically active as National Secretary General for the ZAPU Youth Wing. Following the 1987 Unity Accord between PF, ZAPU, and ZANU, the late Comrade Sikhosana set about actively participating and influencing the newly reconstituted ZANU-PF party to broaden and streamline its party structures to accommodate the unity ethos. He served as a board member in the editorial council of the party's Zimbabwe news publication. His passion was working with the youths, sharing experiences he acquired during his participation in the liberation struggle. It is no wonder that the late Comrade Sikhosana spent many years between 1989 and 2014 serving within the Youth League. During this period, he served the Youth League with other distinguished luminaries of our nation, such as late Comrade Ernest Kadungure, late Comrade Josiah Tungamirai. In the ZANU-PF Youth League, he was a stabilizing personality that helped to mold and instill patriotism, unity, and discipline among the party youths. His clarion call to the youths as the vanguard of the revolution was to remind them that political independence without economic freedom was hollow. Hence, he kept driving the point that youths have a key responsibility to participate in all sectors of the economy for sustainable development, which leaves no one behind. A principled and loyal cadre, he served persistently and consistently and never wavered. The late Comrade Sikhosana was a fearless and selfless cadre who put the interests of the party and country ahead of his own interests. He cherished peace, unity, and development, both in the party and the nation as a whole. Thus, he was appointed acting chairman of Bulawayo province to lead the party during the restructuring exercise until a substantive chairman of the province has been elected. We knew he was equal to the task. He was a unifier who commanded the respect of the province and beyond. His departure is a loss to the party and our nation. I challenge the youth to emulate the exemplary character of servant leadership exhibited by our late national hero, Comrade Sikhosana. To those in the trade union movement, I exhort them to take a leaf from the trade unionists of yesteryear by always putting the national interests and the workplace harmony ahead of anything else as they represent the workers. As I conclude, I wish once again to draw the attention of the nation to the invisible enemy that has visited us in the form of the coronavirus, also known as COVID-19. It is a real threat to us all, and no one is safe or immune from it. Let us keep adhering to the World Health Organization guidelines for preventing its spread. I want to end my remarks by reminding us to remain united and to keep the peace we are enjoying. We must never endanger the lives of our people through illegal, reckless, and unwarranted demonstrations for political grandstanding. We are one people, one nation, one Zimbabwe. To the late Comrade Absolom Sikhosana, I want to say, go well, son of the soil. You played your part during the liberation struggle and after independence. You ran a good race, you fought a good fight, and you kept the faith. Amba kahle, son of the soil, rest in internal peace, our resolute comrade. Famba zvakanaka comrade Sikhosana, lala ngokutula qawe lamaqawe. God bless you all. God bless Zimbabwe. I thank you.
No, at Dub's Funeral Services, you can pay as little as $2.50 per month to get a dignified send-off. With a minimum of $300, you can receive a dignified send-off.
Silence!
at this moment, I just want to remind us that from what I said earlier on in Genesis chapter 2, when sin invaded our planet, God said these words to our first parents, that you are dust, and to dust you are going to return. And so we stand here as witnesses that indeed human beings are dust, and they go back to dust. But the good news is that to all of us who are here, I want to say that the grave is not the end of the matter. The grave is just a resting place, because in Revelation 14:13, blessed are those who die in the Lord, so that they can rest from their labors and their works follow them. And I want to say that the grave, according to the word of God, is just that place where we rest in an unconscious state until the day the trumpet will sound. And when the trumpet sounds, all those who died in Christ will rise to life. It is my hope and desire, as I look at all of us here, we are putting on masks. If I were to ask, why are we putting on masks? Because there is a pandemic, isn't it? And we want to avoid death, isn't it? And so, because we want to avoid death, one way of avoiding death is accepting Jesus as personal Savior. So that as Jesus comes to raise all our loved ones, we have slept the sleep of death, all of us can be taken with him nevermore to speak about death. At this moment, I will ask us to bow our heads in prayer. Our kind and loving Father, sibuthene lapha Baba othandekayo, endaweni lapho okulaliswa khona inceku yakho. Siyabonga ukubana usifundisile ukubana ukufa ayisikho kuphela kwendaba. Usifundisile ukubana ukufa yikulala, ngoba uma itilongo liyakukhala uza kubonakala. Bonke abalele kuKristu baza kuvuka. Ngomthandazo wethu Baba ukubana sonke nxa lufika lolo suku, kumbe siyabe siphila kumbe sisemathuneni, sifisa ukuhlangabezana lawe emafini. Ngikhulekela imuli yakoSikhosana, ngikhulekela imuli yakoDube, ngikhulekela izihlobo, ngikhulekela abangani, ngikhulekela Nkosi inkokheli zelizwe lakithi, ngikhulekela labo bonke abasebenze lo Sikhosana, ukubana nxa simile lapha njengabofakazi, engazathi babothandekayo nxa siphilayo kulo umhlaba, sekhumbuze lathi ukuthi nxa silalayo silale sikuJesu, ngoba ngempela abalele kuJesu, uJesu uthi uyikufa lokuvuka. Sifesa Nkosi ukubana lelo libe lithemba lethu. Qinisa ke imuli, ubanike ikusasa, ubagcine ngoJesu owasifelayo siyakhuleka. Amen.
Amen. It is ray of flag. Your Excellency, may I request you and your Vice President rise while we are lowering the casket. DSM? Head on.
Up. Sit up. Up. Police. Let's. Up. Present. Up. Fire. Up. Fire. Alert. Up. Sit up. Up. National salute. Present. Up. Sit up! Up! Order! Up!
Iqhawe lesizwe uComrade Absolom Sikhosana usebekiwe namhlanje emathuneni amaqhawe esizwe our National Heroes Eka siboneke isidumbu sakhe sehliswa ethuneni isikhashana esisanda kudlula thawona kakudzika kwemthumbi womshakavu Comrade Absolom Sikhosana varadzikwa nhasi pano pamarinda emagamba eNational Heroes Eka mutungamiri wenyika Comrade Mnangagwa vatora mashoko pazuva ranhasi vachinyaradza mhuri yaBrigadier General Masuku pamwe chete zvakare nemhuri yaComrade Absolom Sikhosana avo varadzikwa nhasi vakashaya svondo rakapera musi wechishanu. Mutungamiri wenyika vati Comrade Sikhosana vakanga vakazvipira igama was a stalwart of national politics, and they hailed him for having dedicated his life to the service of Zimbabwe. Now, President Mnangagwa is now handing over the national flag to the widow of the late Comrade Sikhosana. As you can see there, I know you can't see it, probably it's not but we are seeing the president handing over. It's traditional that when national heroes are buried here, we would see the head of state handing over the flag to the remaining spouse just by the graveside there. Those are proceedings taking place here at the National Heroes Acre, the burial of Comrade Absolom Sikhosana. And if we follow the program, we know that what is now coming is the laying of wreaths. We would see the family representative being the first one, and you will see His Excellency President Mnangagwa following in that order, the vice presidents, the national chairman of the party, and as we see it, it will be in that order. The laying of wreaths as the next item on the program, the burial of Comrade Absolom Sikhosana. Yekungcwatshwa ke komuyi uComrade Absolom Sikhosana namhlanje lapha kade sike ngelani silipho okwenzakala ngapha.
His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Mnangagwa.
Assembly.